It's great coffee. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Michael Haskey. Starting the show.
Prepare yourself.
Yes. Hello, Michael. Hey, Crispy Cat. Hey, Nick. Good morning, everybody. How's it going? Glad to see all of you. Drew, thanks for the retweets. Thanks for the retweets, bro. I saw them. Someone got some Bitcoin. Jackie, hello. Good morning, Steve.
Security, I bleed for you. My eyes burn. My point is no, 'cause you'll never learn. You'll never learn. I bleed for you. You'll never learn. I bleed for you. You'll never learn. I bleed. I bleed. Fuck you. Lying and dying as you breathe. Pull the tip from your mouth on your own feet. Shut up your mouth and traps and self-hating. Straight up your loathsome little dick. Line and sinker, cashing your chips. You sibling, whining, self-loathing hypocrite. Blame it on radio, all the woman.
Hey, Charlie. Hey, Bitter. Reporting in live from Orlando, Florida, home of Jenny has to have small things trending. We find me in the hashtag trending on all forms of social media, especially on Rumble that gives us the free speech we love. Check out rumble.com on your download it on your phone and watch this show from Rumble.
If you were here, I'd fucking stick my finger to your back, fucking turkey. Fuck yourselves.
Yes. Yes. On fire once again.
You'll never learn.
Okay, let's see if we can find our chats here. I've got this one. Yes. But this chat is not showing up for me. Yeah, let's delete it. I guess, should I try to fuck with it? God, no, let's delete it. Let's try this one. No, this one, maybe. Yay, it worked. I don't believe it. Okay, man, it took forever, but we got it. And there's your chats. Fantastic. Hello, everybody. Each and every one of you, thank you so much for showing up to the show today. I hope you can stay and watch. So let me, I've got a video for you. I think you guys are going to like it. It's a 4-minute and 20-second video. One of my old school style videos here. We've got really good 720 on it, so that looks good. And let's pull the window up. Okay, there it is, man. Isn't that gorgeous? Yes. Okay, watch this, guys. Hey, Deer Slayer. Guys, look how fast the water's going in the creek. You guys, maybe you're wondering why I was showing you this. Look how fast the water's going. So I wanted you to see it all. Jackie, Steve running. All right, come on over to Rumble, guys. Here's a link in the chat. Raging Rapids now. Look how close it is to where I park my cars, guys. There's my cars. There's my driveway. There's my backyard. There's the Raging Rapids. Look at that. Look at that flow over those rocks right there. There were 4 or 5 deer out in the yard this morning too, which was pretty cool. They had just left when I came out there to take this video. I had already walked the dog. A nice quick current. You know, that's got to be going 6 or 7 miles an hour, which is probably double what it was going before, which was like 3 miles an hour. It's got to be going twice as fast, which when you're laying on your back makes a big difference. And there, look at the side creek. Oh, yeah, the water could get... Bro, during a hurricane, it gets up to the grass, man. I mean, we've had it 10 feet deep before. It just depends on how much rain's coming down. And in that case, you wouldn't be able to go through the pipes because it goes almost up to the street. So you can't even get through it. But it's pouring out the other side. Just blasting out the other side. Okay, cool. Very good. Isn't it beautiful? That's the fork right there where the two creeks meet. And that's the end of the video, 4 minutes and 20 seconds, man. But I want you to look at the beginning again so you can see the water coming out on the other side of the road. Right, coming up. Right here. That's the waterfall on the other side. on the other side of the street. Totally overflowing it, breaching it. Water's just blasting through there. So excited. I have a feeling I'm going to be riding down that today on my raft. Okay, let's look at the time. Check the time. We're going to check the time here. We could do 12:10. Can't wait to see that video. Yeah. If I make a video, I figured I wasn't even going to film it. But maybe I should, huh? Love it, man. I love how fast it's going. Makes me so happy. It does look like a 747 cockpit in here, doesn't it? It's funny. Okay, man. You've all come over to the other side. Yes, you've all come to Rumble. What? Thank you for that, guys. Thank you. Everybody's on Rumble. That is great. Okay, we can... get rid of this. Yes, great. How do we get rid of this now? Oh, yeah, X that out. There we go. Great. Oh, I'm late. No law regarding cannabis. Cheers. 10 seconds late. Cheers, guys. Yes. Crispy, thank you. Mmm. I'm sweating now. Cheers, it's so bitter. Cheers, Crispy. Cheers, Michael. Okay, man. Okay. Dude. Oh, you know, I guess the Israelis are writing podcasters' names that disagree with the genocide. They're writing their names on the missiles that they're sending into Gaza. Jackson Hinkle made the fucking cut. Among others. Jank. So I guess Israel's listening to podcasters. And that's good. Because Hinkle gives them a fucking earful. And them writing his name, now, I'm not a fan of Hinkle anymore. But, enemy of my enemy is my friend, right? Them writing Hinkle's name on a missile and sending it into Gaza, proves that they've already lost the war. Israel has lost. They're going after an American podcaster, a kid, who has an opinion by doing something as, this is barbaric, writing his name on a missile that's going to kill the very people whose lives he wants to save. What Israel is doing is monstrous. They are fucking pigs. And the best way to look at this is they know what they're fucking doing because they listen to people like Hinkle. They know that they are committing a genocide. And they don't fucking care what you or Biden or anybody else has to say about it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. But how can I not? You know? Hatred is a vile disease. It really is. What a waste of resources. What a waste of fucking resources, man. Oh, God. I can't believe how dumb we are, humans. I can't believe how dumb we are. We literally have all the answers, and we just choose to ignore them.
Have you guys seen this Apple Vision Pro? This thing is mind-blowing. It's going to introduce a new era of spatial computing. You'll be able to go to your niece's birthday party even when you're halfway around the world, use multiple apps while still being able to move around your physical space, and do all your work on giant monitors without needing any more desk space. Holy cow, I can't wait to immerse myself in a super widescreen film, even watch Star Wars in space, and the games. I'm gonna be able to play NBA 2K23, and using Apple Vision, it'll really feel like I'm in Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse in Cleveland watching the Cavs play. And I'll be able to do all of this for only $3,500? What the f***? $3,500? All to feel like the biggest goober in any room I'm in while Apple collects data about my every eye movement? $3,500? Get f***ed. I can just look at porn on my phone. Whatever. I'm gonna right now. Hot. Have you guys seen this Apple Vision Pro? This thing is...
He says, hot. Did you guys like that? You guys should watch some more news on YouTube. He's great. Got a great show. We watch him on here all the time. Some more news. Destiny addresses his divorce rumor. Okay, I'll bite.
Okay, so I've been writing a lot of manifestos lately. For that 5-hour therapy session, I'd written a huge, I think like, not huge, that's not fair. It was like 11 pages, okay?
11 pages.
For our therapy session. And then I wrote a second one for basically like a ton of stuff that I wanted to cover today. So basically, there are two kind of like huge issues that I had relating to anytime. First of all, I've said anytime if me and Melina separate, obviously everybody's going to have their reasons and their opinions, and it plays into literally whatever narrative you want. Because a lot of people I argue with, their narratives can explain literally, every single thing in life, even if the exact opposite they would predict would happen has happened. People will.
Hey, Greg Rafferty.
People will make whatever assumptions.
Greg Rafferty, feel free to come over to rumble.com/user/Nay's Garden to watch from there. Greg, you can download the Rumble app on your phone and watch from there instead of Facebook.
Got it. Okay. So the couple things I want to talk about is that one is I feel like there is a public perception that exists of me in regards to me and Melina's relationship that I feel is very one-sided. I feel like Melina has made a lot of mistakes. I have as well. And I feel like the perception is always that like she's an abuse victim and I'm like this horrible evil person that's difficult to get along with and blah 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 blah. And that's like that's essentially, I feel like that's the public perception of our relationship, and that has been. And that if we ever broken up, like people are going to look at it as though like, oh, Melina was just like a victim, she escaped, thank God, like Steven is horrible, blah 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 blah, right? That perception really bothers me, given that I feel like we both made our fair share of mistakes. That super bothers me. And then the second thing had to do with that you fed into that. To be fair, I have fed into that, but a lot of it is because I feel like I'm always going to defend my wife, right? Like I'm not going to shit on her publicly, generally. I mean, unless we're like bantering. That's just like that concept doesn't exist in my mind because the concept doesn't exist in my mind because my wife is my second half. Why would I want to shit on, like my other half? I feel like it reflects poorly on me. So basically, I wanted to kind of run down like differences in our relationship and things that I feel like were never really fair on my end, or things that I felt like kind of set me up to fail, or things that I've said that Melina is kind of contradicted, but it's actually true, and blah, 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 and like all this shit, basically. I had like a decent collection of like pretty insane stories, and I had kind of written a whole bunch of shit down, and blah, 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 blah. I had a 3-hour therapy session yesterday with my therapist, kind of like talking about things
Jesus
and organizing
Christ.
things and figuring out like what I wanted to do
3
in terms of like
fucking
everything
hours.
going forward and blah blah blah.
That's crazy.
I'm going to be honest, okay? There's a lot of really crazy stories here that are really funny that I think paint me in a much different light than the public perception is of me, which is kind of annoys everything about me. Or it's annoying to me that everybody has perceptions. However, okay, I'm ready to lose. Here goes half my fan base today, okay?
Holy shit.
I got mega triggered by what I feel like was Melina telling me a lie 4 days ago. And I got unhinged. And I think I told her, I was like, listen, you need to be gone by the time I get back. Get all your shit, leave, blah, 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 blah. I think I didn't want to sleep that night, and I didn't. I stayed up all night. I started like dumping shit in chat. Despite Mel saying things about me privately to other friends and things that I don't feel are fair, I think she is still doing. I still hear this. I don't think it's my place. I shouldn't be like taking private relationship stuff and like airing that publicly. There's literally no reason to do this. I should have never done this when I was typing in chat. There's no reason for me to do like a public accounting of like a private relationship between me and Mel. As much as I think she's made some deplorable decisions over the past few months, I'm not. I just don't think it's very fair for me to like. I'm gonna do the Mel Manifesto and just completely on her and dump everything on blah blah blah. Which is absolutely cucked, and I understand that. And I understand that. I'll tell you and listen. If you want to blame anybody, blame my therapist, because yesterday I was very close to doing a huge, like, we're going to talk about a lot of shit. Then I had I had a really long chat with my therapist, or our therapist, I guess, to try to like sort out my feelings, what I want in the future going forward, like what I think is like the best thing to do. And I basically completely 180'd after that conversation. And I'm like, I probably shouldn't take our whole relationship and then make it public.
No,
if for no other reason, basically what I'm looking to do is shit on Mel and attack her reputation to salvage mine.
Jesus
which
Christ.
I could do, but like,
no.
I don't know.
You
I
saying
see,
that right now is
obviously
not
she's
even
getting
good.
a ton of negative comments.
I see what you're saying.
In all of her social medias, which sucks.
He's
the other
quite,
guy is too. I don't care about him.
He's quite aware of the fact that he is going to lose about half of his followers right now by what he's saying. It's so shallow and fucking crazy, because he's pretending to be defending and protecting her right now while he's literally throwing her under the bus by saying, well, I could say this and I would do this. Well, you're doing it right now. It's farcical.
But my goal here,
you're going public with it right now.
I just don't think it's appropriate to do that. And Mel has never done that to me, to be fair. She's vague tweeted before, but there is no reason for, sorry. I of all the possible paths today that I discussed with a lot of people, I basically took the most cooked route. But out of whatever respect or undying love I still have for my wife, we'll see where that winds up, and we'll see where that ends up in a few months. I don't know, but okay.
You guys have any words?
Really quick questions, I guess. I super cucked all of you. If you're here for like the huge Mel Manifesto or all the dumping of like my prior relationship shit, we're not. I wanted to, trust me. There was a part of me that was like, this is gonna be such a good stream, and we're gonna have so much fun with this. There are so many wild things, blah 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 blah. Also, though, hold on. Let me say this, okay? While I say there are so many wild things that I believe were unfair and blah blah blah, I don't mean in terms of like Mel is like murdered or like insane, wacky shit. I just mean that like there's been a lot of things in our relationship that I feel like was unfair to me. But also like I haven't been perfect in the relationship either. And there are things that have like Mel really hardcore that I've done, or behaviors that I have that like for the reasons why she feels the way she does. So yeah. I don't mean to like I'm not trying to present this as though like actually I was totally innocent the entire time in the relationship and Mel was this horrible evil person. That's not true. I'm just saying we both had like our fair share of like dumb shit that we've done. Okay. Well, are you and Melina finalizing the divorce?
Before we hear that answer, I just think I agree with the fact that the two of them made horrible relationship decisions throughout their lives. I don't understand. One of the reasons I watched him was to try to figure out why the fuck he was living his life the way he was. I just thought it was weird. I was trying to figure out how the guy seems so intelligent, doesn't have any understanding of relationships whatsoever, but tries to come off as an expert on them.
I don't know. All I wanted was, because of things that have happened,
let's do 29.
I wanted a post-nuptial agreement signed where all of we're already like married for a short time. We got divorced.
Post-nuptial is not too late.
But I just wanted a post-nuptial agreement signed so that all my shit is safe, so that I feel at least like I'm not going to get blindsided by some wild shit. Regardless of anger that I've had towards Melina or blah, 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 Melina is never the kind of person, I don't think she would ever be the kind of person to like go after somebody's money, but she had no problem signing a post-nuptial agreement, so we've signed all that, so like I'm not like losing any of my shit. Even if we do end up filing for divorce in a few months.
Cheers, everybody in chat, no law regarding cannabis.
That's all of that is, there's like, I'm not losing anything. Everybody keeps saying like you're losing half and blah, blah, blah. Do you feel any outside pressure to be careful about how you present this because you're a large poster boy for polygamy? Well, technically it's polyamory, not polygamy. I don't mind being a poster boy for certain relationship styles, but people will say like, it's the comic with, the XKCD comic with the girl doing math. I think somebody actually made this post on my subreddit. I think somebody made this on my subreddit, where it's like, if a guy up something in math, it's like, oh, guys suck at math. But if a girl up something at math, then oh, girls suck at math, right? No matter why my relationship ends, and I've said this before, it's always going to be blamed on it being an open relationship or whatever. Which if people want to, that's fine. But like, I had 4 really long-term relationships prior to this, and nobody said like, oh, that ended because it was that ended because they were closed relationships, or like when Crowder and his wife got divorced, like, oh, obviously it ended because it's a closed relationship. Like, that's dumb. So
Crowder's an abuser.
I don't know. If people want to say that, like, it's because of this, that, I mean, everybody's free to make their guesses. But basically, I mean, I will say that every single thing on single thing that like Red Pillars predicted about my relationship, or every single thing that Red Pillars like said would happen, like literally the exact opposite of that happened the entire time. But like they'll also still try to find a way to twist it. Somebody linked a clip asking me how I predicted the future here, and I think I even know what this is referencing without saying it, but wait, hold on.
A lot of getting pussy, from my perspective, honestly, is just having the temperament to be able to hang out long enough. Forever, you will see a hot-ass chick with a loser-ass boyfriend, but that's a guy who just has the patience and the fucking lack of ambition that he just is.
The thing I love about watching Lee Camp and his wife, you can't even, I mean, the only thing is they sit close together, but that's like the only hint that they are a couple. They don't touch each other. They don't kiss on each other. They don't call each other, by terms of endearment or anything like that. When they're on camera, they're so professional. It's because they both have professional, production-oriented careers. So to not know what goes on between the two of them is just fine. I have no curiosity except just to wonder if they were together. That was the only thing. I wasn't sure for a long time. I was like, I guess they're, because it's like they got closer and closer and closer together on camera, and I was like, I guess they're married. I had no idea. It seemed like they lived together, they're always broadcasting from the same place. It just would make sense, I just figured that. But dude, Destiny's like just vomiting out his relationship details, bro. Vomiting them out for everybody. And that's the way I see it. In professional film, PDA is against SAG rules. Billy.
Down to just like his ambition is wanting to date a girl who's too good for him.
Oh, dude, wait, when you have to, no, I'm sorry, you bring this up. One of the worst things when you are in your chasing years, you're trying to chase, so I would give up on these immediately.
Right.
When you see a girl, and there's another guy chasing that girl, and he's a f***ing loser, and I'm like, this motherfucker gonna spend all day texting her, he's gonna want to go and hang out for 6 hours, I'm on my career grind, I don't have fucking time for that. You're just like, you win, you have it. I hated competing with those, and you're talking to the girl, like, well, come on, what the f***, see this guy, he's like, yeah, okay, I don't want to like dump on that too much, sorry, I shouldn't fix it on that. That is true, though. But I'm not going to fixate on that, okay? I'm already like making too many passive aggressive comments on it. Hold on, let me read these donuts real quick. Hi, does I feel like there are certain things I thought Mel would never do, and that is exactly one of the reasons you put your eyes on her. Hopefully this goes fairly smoothly. What I got to know about this, it feels weird, and it still does. Hold on. Let me comment on all of these. What some call being cucked, I would call being an adult. Welcome to the divorce club, but sorry things didn't work out. I mean, I've already been divorced once, so technically. Why did Mel Gibson do this? Are you worried about that backing down in terms of your rhetoric will give weight to whatever Mel decides to pull later? If she isn't the person you thought she was, why wouldn't you expect her to pull something? I don't think she's that kind of person. I have like theories. I think I actually have a really good understanding of like everything that's happened, but a lot of it is like very personal, and I don't want to like.
This is the problem, man. This is where podcasting and professionalism have that gray area. You know? The podcaster is supposed to be somebody who can just express themselves freely and not worry about too much control over them, except for violating the terms of service of whatever platform they're broadcasting from. You know, somebody in the professional realm is in a completely different set of rules as far as, well, it used to be at least. You know, I've noticed now that the mainstream media is trying to adapt podcast tricks. And it's so stupid. People have headphones on and, you know, they listen to music that you hear in podcasts, and they'll be sitting in like a booth type thing, or, you know, someone's from their home. I'm at home and I'm casual. I'm with my wife. She's right here next to me. She's also a reporter, you know, and you're just like, stop playing, you know, stop stealing, you know, podcasting and trying to make it mainstream media. In fact, that is where we're going. Because podcasting is dominating mainstream media for views. And the mainstream media is desperate. So they're going to try to do anything they can to win those viewers back. And there's a commercial on television. I've seen it twice in the last day. It's a girl and a guy in a podcast with the word flashing across the screen as they're talking, blah, 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 the music and the stupid little backdrop, and she's got headphones and he's got headphones, and they're sitting, you know, 3 feet away from each other, you know, listening to each other through their fucking headphones because it's a podcast. And it's just... There is a level of professionalism that I never feel like I have to do because I'm a podcaster. I just feel like I'm totally on the podcast side of this realm. I'm 100% podcast, 0% professional. Because I refuse to adhere to the constructs of professional productions that we see in the mainstream. Right? You know, I was never worried about a relationship on my show or whatever. It wasn't a big deal. I wasn't the kind of person to reveal details or anything like that. But the kind of stuff that you hear between this couple and the fact that they go on so many different other podcasts and talk so much about what they're involved in. Yeah, let's see mainstream media try to compete with that. And when you watch his chat going, and it's just, you realize, man, there's thousands and thousands and thousands. There's a huge demand for the type of content. And what else is going to be interesting here is to see if he loses a lot of this because of what just transpired. In my personal opinion, I think he's just going to get more popular. You know? And,
reading other people publicly in terms of everything, because it feels like it's not appropriate to do that publicly. I'll say something that I said before that is still true and will be true of me in future relationships.
The Brit that can't chop wood.
Swear them off forever. And that is that I'm a very hard person to be with for two reasons.
Hey, listen here, you blimey bloke. I've chopped every single one of those little pieces of wood out there in that shed myself. So, yeah, on you.
For one reason. It's really for one reason. And one is because I spend a lot of time working and like focusing on work and fixating on work. And that makes it really, really hard to be in a relationship with me because the amount of attention and time you get from me is incredibly compromised, severely compromised. Even my friends complain about this. So that's a legitimate grievance to have. And I can understand why if you find somebody else that's willing to validate you more or show more compassion or give you more attention. I say give attention like it's a bad thing, but not like a bad thing, but like people will be drawn to that. That's like a really hard thing for me to compete with. As far as like a person on stream being related to me in any way, wouldn't that be crazy?
At the expense of what, though? It's so bitter, you know? And unfortunately, like what you just said, there's plenty of podcasters out there who are willing to display their drama. I mean, I used to watch this guy. His name's Dr. Kush. He's gone. I don't know what happened. If anybody knows what happened to Dr. Kush, let me know. Or was it Dr. Cushman? I think it was Dr. Cushman. Anyway, he's gone. I believe. And he would take a webcam. He would take a his phone with him, whatever, go live on YouTube, and then he would get really fucked up. He'd get really drunk and high, and then he'd go out in the street and he'd just start confronting people. He's awesome dude, lot of fun, but really quick fuse and could just go off, and he did it plenty of times on his show. That dude was real life fucking drama. Just wherever he was, it was fucking drama, and he was dealing with it, and he was sharing all of it with his audience. No, I think Dr. Cushman is gone. I think his channel is down, right? We used to have a lot of fun watching him. He was a great podcaster. He would go live all the time. He would go out and harass people, bro. He would be out in the middle of some neighborhood or something, just walking, and people would fucking harass him and try to mug him and shit. I saw a bunch of shit on his show. But it wasn't that I loved drama as much as the fact that I just liked him as a person, and was... Sometimes I had to turn it off, but I was concerned for his well-being. I didn't want to see him get in trouble. And I kept thinking that he's filming everything he's doing and he's breaking the law. And I was like, man, I wonder if the police are going to come after him or anything. But it's not like I was feasting on his alcoholism and his, quick fuse and inability to de-escalate a situation. It wasn't. I wanted him to grow and get better, and be a better person, not get so drunk, not be so quick to get into a fight. I think I'm anti-drama, and I know a lot of people aren't. Even a lot of people that watch this show are not. It's somebody else is hurting. I don't find it entertaining, unless it's a politician like George Santos, like him getting kicked out. That was cool. I find that entertaining. But he really deserved it. I mean, that's not drama. I think that's just me wanting somebody fired and getting what I wanted. Bro, how long ago was that, Billy? Billy ran into Sound Drone, everybody. Billy Ballantyne. Hey, good morning, Tula. Hey, hippie chick.
Do you think she'll respect boundaries and refrain from airing anything out all over social media? Yeah, I don't think she would do that.
Oh, God, don't make that mistake. That girl loves to talk. I mean...
Hey, man, just some rant.
She loves to talk, and she loves the sound of her own voice, and she loves to be on podcasts. So, I mean, people are going to ask her to do that. I mean, I guarantee you she's already getting offers. And people are going to offer her money to appear to speak on these podcasts, because that's money for them.
Rando, just started watching stream, but I think it's a good thing you aren't diving into specifics. Yeah, I know. As much fun as it would be. What are the chances you get back together the next year? I have no idea. The thing is, I'm not even sure, where she's out on everything. I truly have no idea. I have things that if we do a relationship going forward, there are a few really big changes that I would want in a relationship that I feel more comfortable,
Dude, I cannot believe he is saying all of this. Oh my god, man. I'm cringing now. I'm cringing now. Do you guys want to hear more, or are you guys cringing too? Hey, give me a 1 in the chat if you're cringing right now. Give me a 1 in the chat if you're cringing right now and you just... You know, because I certainly am. Michael Haskey's cringing. Me and you, bro. God, it's like I don't even want to hear anymore. I feel like it's such an invasion of his privacy, and I feel like he's doing like self-harm. He's hurting himself right now, like he's punishing himself or something by revealing all that. I don't know. He always makes you cringe. He can say morning, cringe, 1. Billy. It's Bitter's cringing. Okay. Fair enough, everybody. Let's move on. Holy shit. Dude, I was watching these guys.
Was always a little...
You guys, you want to talk about cringe? Cringe right here. These two guys are trying and have completely convinced their audiences, and that's a lot of people. This video, this is 88,000 subscribers. This video's got 38,000 thumbs ups. It's got 1 million views. This video has 1 million views, but even more importantly than 1 million views, it's got 38,000 thumbs ups on YouTube. These two guys have convinced their audience, for the most part, that Derek Chauvin did not kill George Floyd by putting his knee on his neck for 20 minutes. So let me just give you a taste. I'm just going to give you a taste.
The person or not knowing that would be rather dangerous, it's the shoulder. And if you look at the picture, you can think, if you're told that he put his knee on his neck, that it was the neck, but it's also the shoulder. And
no, see, it's the shoulder. His knee was on his shoulder, everybody. And that's just a taste, and that's all the cringe. Dude, I'm just saying, hey, it was on video. We all saw that cop kill that man. We watched it happen. It's on a long, tormenting video. And you guys have obviously watched it too and come to your own conclusions, but it's too bad. You know what's not too bad? The 22 fucking that dude got in prison. Yeah. Is that the same guy 15 years apart? Attitude-wise, yes, it's the same guy. But that's total cringe too. I watched into that a little bit. I like this podcaster with the boxes behind him on his wall. He's got boxes. He's got like a nice setup. It's just like this show caught him at a bad moment when he wasn't, you know, that should not, all that stuff right there. What is all that doing? It's so funny. It's like his camera's in the wrong angle. It's like his camera's probably more to the left, usually. I'm betting. And you don't usually see all those boxes right there. Please tell me. Please tell me yes. Dude. This is my feed sucks. My YouTube feed sucks so bad. It needs a purge. think my mom just broke something. Let me see. Hey. Is that glass? On the floor? You have to sweep up the floor there. On the floor, right? Those are super sharp. Okay, so, I mean, you should grab a broom and. That's her coffee cup that she always uses. She dropped it, it broke. She dropped it on the floor and it broke, right? And she broke the bottom of it, and it's porcelain, you know, so there's shattered pieces of sharp-ass porcelain on the floor in there. And she was just gonna leave it all on the floor. I said, you have to sweep that up, and she's like, eh. And I said, Mom, you have to get a broom and you have to clean up all that porcelain. It's all sharp. You know, I would do it right now. She's not feeling good because she's sick and shit. But I'm going to have to end the show if I'm going to go do it. I don't want my dog or my cat or me to step on it. I'm always barefoot. I don't want to walk around the house with shoes. Oh, she just turned the light on in there. I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to say. Oh, I know. It's all right. It's all right. Yeah. All right. All right. I gotta go find my shoes. Here, I'll clean that up. I'll do it again. Yeah, I'll sweep it. I kind of want to hear this.
next story features Starbucks. The coffee giant has a big problem. In their language, a grande problem. The company has lost around $11 billion. That's 10% of their value, just wiped off. How did it happen? Thanks to the Israel-Hamas war. Starbucks supported Israel.
Keep it open, but not because you're an asshole when doing it. You cut your drinking in half. You only had 5 yesterday. Now because you're an asshole when doing it. Right. I'm going to Rumble. Fuck this lame YouTube chat bitch in here. Lame YouTube chat bitch? What? What are you talking about?
This led to a boycott. Then there were strikes. Starbucks union stood in solidarity with Palestine, and all of this has driven away customers. Looks like no one likes their coffee flavored with political tension. But what
She's
does
just
it mean
full of
for
little
Starbucks,
quips,
the
isn't
company?
she?
Can they survive this?
What is she doing? Stand up?
Report explodes.
How do you like your coffee? Hot, cold, with a dash of cinnamon, or with a side of political tensions? Well, it depends on who you ask, but looks like politics and coffee don't go hand in hand. And Starbucks is learning it the hard way. The coffee giant has lost $11 billion in value. That's nearly 10% of the company's value erased. So what explains this? Were the holiday flavors not up to the mark? Or are customers tired of pumpkin spice? Sadly, it's none of that. Customers still love their overpriced lattes, but not with a political opinion. After the Israel-Hamas war broke out, Starbucks found itself in hot water. Like many companies, it expressed support for Israel. But that didn't go down well in West Asia. In November, Starbucks in Egypt reportedly laid off workers. It was forced to cut expenses. Why? Because there were just no customers. Then there are the Starbucks unions. It's called Starbucks Workers United. They reportedly posted solidarity with Palestine on X. The tweet was swiftly deleted, but it sparked calls for a boycott. Starbucks also distanced itself from the comments, but the damage was already done. Then came the strikes. Starbucks workers are unhappy with their jobs. They feel they're underpaid, understaffed, and don't have enough rights. So they decided to strike, not in one store, but in 200 stores across America. The result? Slow sales during the holiday season.
So basically, Starbucks puts these promotions on us that is like buy one, get one free drinks or
What is that girl
days,
wearing on her
and they
face?
put more and more work on the actual baristas and the workers without giving us any ability
God,
or control
dude.
to turn off mobile orders, which
Dude, she's got a chain running from a frick. I don't even know what to call that, but it is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. She needs to go back to fucking Blade Runner with that shit.
puts such a stress on us.
I mean, I was almost homeless last week. Even though I work at a store that supposedly pays better, they've been withholding card tip from us. So the amount of money you make is not enough to make rent. It's not enough to get groceries.
All of this has contributed to Starbucks' woes. Stocks have declined for 12 consecutive market sessions. This is the longest ever recorded streak ever since the company went public in 1992. Currently, the stock is hovering at around $95, down from a yearly high of around $114. The coffee giant is still optimistic, but the losses don't paint a good picture. Who knew that a simple cup of coffee could be so politically charged? As Starbucks stirs up a bitter brew, it looks like the company's caffeinated
Dude,
tea.
I cannot stand all of her little quips. Stirs up is... Oh, God, just stop it. Go away. You suck. It's not the kind of reporting I want to hear right now, man. Oh, my God. Just give me the facts and don't try to be cute. Fucking shut up with that shit. Anything good here? Oh, it's all Nay's Garden. Nay's Garden, Nay's Garden. Amazing atheist. I agree. I agree with Ben Shapiro. Finally, it was about which Star Wars movies they liked and didn't like. Fucking funny. Never had a Starbucks coffee or a Krispy Kreme donut.
Hello, everybody. My name is Graham Elwood, and you are watching the Political Bam Vigilante. That's the PV signal that Commissioner Gordon puts up, and we come a-running. Especially when there's like, somebody uncovers somebody in the corporate media has a history of being like right-wing, or in this case, pro-apartheid. Fareed Zakaria, regular contributor to CNN, it's been uncovered. I saw this on Twitter today when he was at Yale in like 1986, in the mid-80s. He was in favor of keeping apartheid. Basically, so in the 80s, everyone was really against the apartheid state in South Africa, which was flagrantly racist, right? There was literally white people, black people. In the 80s, it was like Jim Crow South in the 60s. And people, one of the big movements was divesting from anyone, and Yale was one of the people that was investing in South Africa. So there was an encampment set up on campus for protest. And this is Fareed Zakaria. This is this is his history. In 1986, Fareed Zakaria was a student activist at Yale on behalf of apartheid South Africa.
That's so funny. What a
so he's
sellout.
anti-divestment. This is in the paper. Fareed Zakaria, 1986, class of 86 center, former president of Yale Political Union, the PU, argued that Yale should not divest from its holdings in South Africa. Zakaria spoke at a debate last night between the PU and the Yale Debate Association. And this is the editorial that Fareed Zakaria wrote on behalf of apartheid South Africa in 1986. He wrote this in the paper, right? And you go to the source.
That is so crazy.
Yale pulled it down. This is the Yale University Library Digital Collections. Oh, they pulled it down. Weird. I'm sure it's just a technical glitch. I'm sure it's a technical glitch. It's a technical glitch. Don't read into that. For context, here's what the protesters were doing. Yale panel rules protesters can build a new shanty town, right? This is in New Haven, Connecticut.
About your spouse. Here, if you're not being compensated enough as an employee, this is a problem between you and your boss and nobody else. And the wool that tipping culture has pulled over everybody's eyes is it causes employees to be mad at the customer rather than be mad at their boss. I have nothing wrong with you being mad because you think you're not getting enough
Market,
money.
what's up?
Go to
Roast
your boss,
garlic berry, what's up?
ask them for more money. And have a conversation. Try to
Come on over
negotiate
Rumble, guys.
how to get
Here's
more
a
money.
link.
Ask them, what can I do? What can I do to provide enough value to you that you are open to providing me with $3 extra an hour? Can you tell me what it is that I would have to do for you? What sales targets I'd have to hit? How fast I'd have to make deliveries? What can I do to help you around here with things in general to be worth that additional $3 an hour? And if they tell you, here's what you do, now you know.
All right. Louis Rossman rocks. I am getting out of here, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had fun, and I will see you on the next show. Yes. Take care, guys.